Welcome to hole number one of this Easter Tournament 2022 edition, played on the Centenary Harbor course. We start off here with what I would consider to be a pretty long par four. Now, because of the length of the club I'm using in this example, I'm able to just reach right over to the second fairway. If you're using like an EM4, 5, 6, something like that, just bounce it before and use a tiny little bit of topspin. The idea is we want to play it up and to the right-hand side of this second patch. So I actually went with that katana ball just to get that extra right spin and a little bit more reach, especially for that second shot. But at the same time, you can just add a little bit more curl if that's a kind of technique that works better for you. There's never really only one way to play these shots in this game, so be creative. Follow the general principles. This is a guide. It is not an absolute guaranteed way to do everything, but it's meant to make you think and give us a great chance. Second shot, playing over this bunker in front of the green. A little bit of a bummer here. It adds for a bit of difficulty. If you have like a sniper 10, max backspin here is going to get you there even easier. But 5.5 back, 30% minimum distance here with this wood club, and I find this gives us a very good look at this pin. Now, because of the way the green rolls out, there's like a little bit of uneven spot before the green. I find that it is a little bit inconsistent. However, it all depends on the wind that we are given to play with, and a little bit of luck sometimes goes a long way. So we get that nice bump, rolling it down, keeps it very, very close enough to hit the pin. I'll see you on a more aggressive path. Okay, so hole one, once again here, and I couldn't help but notice that we had a direct tailwind in this example. So I'm going through the different power of the balls to see where it's going to put me. Try to get it right down the middle, baby, and get it as close to this green as possible. Like I said, this is a par four. We want to try to get the eagle here, if at all possible. It doesn't need to feel like an albatross if we can get it close. So I actually bring out the Zerk here, max overpower, and gonna hit perfect or darn near. And that should give us a very, very nice play to get this ball far down the fairway here. And it gets us way down here, which puts us actually in wedge range. Now, because of the undulations and the sloping, curling action here, I'll tell you right now, I missed this one by a considerable margin. However, I think it's just a matter of playing it on the green instead of on the fringe. And I'd actually like to play this with, or maybe even off on the fairway, but play around with this one. This is not the best landing position. You're going to see it kind of glitches that ball guide there, right there. And because of that, I think I actually hit the kind of glitch spot. So I would just play this one slightly to the right and work it down the hill a little bit more to find a bit more consistent spot. But I mean, I've got a level 2 end bringer. You might have like a different wedge, a Firefly with a longer ball guide that we can work with here. So this is a possibility for many players, but I don't want to mislead you into thinking that's the exact play, but we're very, very close anytime we're working with a wedge. All right, so hole number two, we have a challenging par three, especially with lower level rookie clubs. Now, I end up here with the quarterback in minimum distance because of this headwind, and I'm playing it with like 3 bars, 2.5 to 3 bars of backspin. You can see there's very tight margins on how this shot is set up, but I practice this one quite a lot to find the most consistent play for me with the clubs that I have. Of course, if you have a higher level clubs, you can reach to that second pad, you can use more backspin, or you might even have, a driver shot to this green. There's definitely an advantage on some of the holes here on this course if you've got that advantage. So also another thing to consider is those boost balls with extra backspin boost. I mean, I'm not against it. If it's in your bag and you can make a play, you go right ahead, but a little bounce and roll gets us very nicely up here. Definitely, this one is very wind and club level dependent. So we'll check it out in the tournament. Looking forward to playing this one live. Okay, so welcome to hole number 3. This is a par 5, and I'm coming at this one with a Titan and an extra mile here on the right-hand side, trying to get as close to the green as possible. So I actually opt for a layup here. You could definitely use a more accurate driver like a rock or a quarterback, or whatever you think is going to allow you to have the most control on this drive to give yourself a consistent rollout. I play 1 top, 3 right, 10% max distance adjustment, and about a half a ball of right curl. Well, inside wall right curl here, not a half a ball, excuse me. And get this one down as far as possible to the end of this first fairway here, but of course without going over. Now, second shot, still very, very long here. You could certainly opt to bring a power 5 ball. And in that case, you might still need to use a big dog here. And you might actually still need to bounce over the water here with topspin. So it all depends on the level of clubs in your bag. But obviously, the goal is to get this one to the green in 2. And I like showing these headwind examples because I think it really demonstrates that if you can do this in the harder wind conditions, it makes it a little bit better. So max overpower, of course, because I'm a little bit crazy sometimes. You got to do what you got to do to get this ball where you need it to be. So nicely rolling it out on the final fairway, and a little bit hot, but not too bad at all. It gives us something we can definitely work with. I'll see you on hole number 4. All right, so hole number 4 now. The Big Topper is really becoming one of my favorite front tee clubs. It's a great versatile one to use, especially here. So power 3 ball with that Titan, Big Topper, max top, going down the left-hand side, obviously. Playing this with a 10% max adjustment, not much wind to speak of. Of course, having some tailwind here would be very, very helpful. But at the end of the day, this is going to give us a nice look at it. Now, I'm giving it just a baby amount of overpower. You could give it 50%, maybe even more, depends on, your risk tolerance. But ultimately, more distance here isn't always going to be better. It's really just be careful. It could put you in between clubs, and I'm looking to be there ready to go with my sniper roughly around the maximum distance mark here. So at that 20% max, you can see we're using one back, one right, and we're doing a little bit of a rough bump here. And this is actually a good wind to play this one in. Now, I'm recommending 20%. I do miss to the right a little bit. This might actually play a little more truly at 10%. It's always the kind of thing why I recommend you take a practice shot when you get to the actual tournament win, because that is going to determine what we really need to do. At the end of the day, though, this is the path. This is the play. It's the way I'm going to play it anyway. That's for absolute certain. Looking forward to it. We'll see you on hole number 5. All right, so hole number 5, this par 3, I'm coming at it quite aggressively. It's not the greatest hole. There's not a lot to work with here when you have a rookie club set up. So 4 back, 2 left, and this seems to put us in a very decent position for a very makeable rough bump here. A lot of rough to hit there, so we've got a lot of space where, if you were to hit great, you can certainly set yourself up in a nice safe position here. 30% mid distance is what I'm pulling this shot into. Another cross headwind here, not going with any of the easy squeezy winds, really trying to work it with the difficult examples here. We hit that right on target, rolling in very, very nicely here. It's all going to come down to the tournament, boys. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see you on the next hole. Hole number 6, and I'm playing it right down the middle here. It's got a nice little spot between the rough and the bunkers that you can line this one up. I got 4.5 top or 4 top, 1 right, and you're just going to play this one at 10% max. There's certainly some power hooks and things that you can do in this hole, but in rookie, I like to always try to take the safest possible path that gives us the best chance to get a drop. Now, sometimes that safe path might actually be a little rough bump, as you've been witnessing, but I think that's an important skill to master early in this tournament game, because it's something you're going to need to do in all of Golf Clash Pro. Expert, master, it's just how the game is played. Second shot here, 25% mid distance. I look at it with the sniper club here. Sniper 7 is where you get that maximum developed ball guide. It helps a ton with so many of these shots, so don't be afraid to kind of pop some chests and get there as soon as you can. 2.5 back, 2 left, and I like to play with that second bounce just onto the green. Take a look where that is. Blue ring over in the left rough. Second bounce on the green, and that ball guide going beautifully to the pin. And if you guys are enjoying these videos, if you're getting value watching these walkthrough videos, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to Erelic Gaming so you don't miss any more of these Golf Clash videos. Guys, I love making these videos. I love playing this game with you. I'm looking forward to the live streams too. All of the above, baby. All right, so hole number 7. This is another very difficult par 4. It looks like it could be a par 5, but I'm going to show you 2 ways. First way is on the left, 4 back, 3 left, and I've got that tip of that ball guide just 1 square into the shadow. and I'm going to give this one maximum left curl. I played this with 10% max adjustment. I mean, with the quarterback, you can play 1-to-1 and maximum, like I said, left curl there. Don't forget, because the idea here is we want to have a good angle of approach on the second shot, because there's a little bit of an obstruction up near the green on the right side. So there you go. You can see we've got a good look down to the pin. You still need some reach. This is still quite far away. A sniper is not going to cut it. Now, Zerg, you might not have enough left to get there. 5-top, and I do give a little bit of side spin here. It all depends on the wind we're working with. And, you know, we're just trying to get this one down to the green. I end up giving it maximum overpower because I tried max overpowering it with max top, and it was not a pretty picture. So we always have to tweak it, work with what we got, try to get this one nicely to the green, as we've done here. Get that birdie. Many players in rookie are going to struggle to get this one to drop. Okay, so hole number 7 now with a little bit, I would say this is slightly more aggressive just because we're playing max overpower on the drive. So I've got that extra mile and a Titan, giving it max top, of course, because we do need to clear this water. Half decent wind for this shot, especially because those trees up between us and on the green are going to be the biggest obstacle. So you need to stay away from those. I got max overpower here, cranking it perfect. It's what you need to do. And we'll just get, yeah, a good look here, hitting close to the water, which gives us maximum distance on the rollout here. And as you can see, this is the problem. Having an EM8 with more topspin or 9 makes a world of difference. But nonetheless, we still take a look at it, and looky. We have a little peek through the trees. Now, looking at this right now, I'm thinking, you know, depending how you come at this one, a Saturn here could actually be a half decent play. You can get it even closer on the green, but we got a lot of backspin to work with here. That's ending up actually going here with 6 bars of backspin, and it gives us a very good look here. 10% medium distance. The only problem is that bunker, you know, we have to pull down into the bunker, where I actually probably should have pushed this one back up half a ring to a ring or so, but as you can see here, it's not that drastic. It is definitely a decline, but line it up, knock it down. You know what it's all about. We just got to try to hit perfect. So going between the trees, bit of a risk there and close to the bunker, but it gives us a look, that's for sure. All right, so hole number 8, katana and a quarterback. I got 4 back and 2 bars of right spin here. Setting it up just to the left of this bunker gives us a nice little line to the pin. I like to have that second bounce on the green. It might actually play nicely on the fringe, depending on the setup that we're working with here in the tournament wind. Once again, showing you a headwind example. And you can see this come in very, very nicely. A little bounce and a roll, slows down, checks up, and I'm telling you, this is going to be a great path to play. All right, so hole number 9, according to play-demic tradition, is always a par 5. I got 2 left, 1 top with a Titan and an extra mile here. I adjust this shot with 10% max. I like the way this one comes in, especially because of the slope of that second fairway. You kind of get a nice bounce out here. Oh, and I've got this red ring touching the left rough over by the bunker here on the right-hand fairway. So take a check on that setup, and I think this is a great way to play it. Guys, if you're enjoying these videos and you're enjoying these tournaments, please go ahead and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of my future Golf Clash content, especially the second shot. Now, second shot, I'm coming in here with the sniper, and you can see there's a big hill that we're landing on. We're right at maximum distance, and I like it when we can get down far enough to land on the flattest part possible. So 4 back, 1 left, and we get a nice ball guide running out to the green. This one, for some reason, I think because of the kick of this hill, does tend to come in a bit quick, so you're gonna have to play with it. I know this is a video with a whole bunch of sort of, you know, not specific information. That's the whole point. The whole point is this is a guide, this is a starting place, this is the kind of thing to let you know a generalized outline of how you can get it close. And then as the tournament goes on, you need to tweak these shots, practice these shots, and most importantly, just have fun, enjoy the game. I know I do, and that's why I keep doing this. So, you know what? I look forward to seeing you out in the tournament. Good luck to you. Gotta get those booms, baby. Thank you so much for watching.